The chipped mug warms my hands, a small comfort against the chill that settles deep in my bones these days. Rain whispers against the window, mirroring the soft grief inside. It wasn't always like this quiet ache. There was a time when I poured myself out like sunshine, believing in endless refills. Believing love meant never holding back. But the well runs dry, doesn't it? I remember the kitchen in our first apartment, sun-drenched yellow walls, a tiny table crammed into the corner. He was late again. Not just a little late, but carelessly, flagrantly late. The chicken I'd carefully prepared, hoping for a shared moment of connection, sat congealing on the stovetop. Every minute that ticked by was a hammer blow against the fragile sculpture of my expectations. My stomach churned not just with hunger, but with a rising tide of fear. This was becoming a pattern. Promises whispered in the morning, broken by evening. Excuses that tasted like ash. I told myself it was okay, that he was stressed, that I needed to be understanding. I was good at understanding. I was too good at it. The door finally creaked open, and he stumbled in, radiating apologies and the faint scent of beer. My carefully constructed smile wobbled. "Hey," I managed, my voice too bright. "Dinner's ready." Well, it was ready. He brushed past me, a whirlwind of promises to explain later. He didn't see, or maybe he chose not to, the way my shoulders slumped. He didn't see the tiny earthquake that was happening inside of me. That's when it happened. The lie. He asked, "Everything okay? You seem quiet." And instead of saying, "No, I'm not okay. I'm exhausted from carrying the weight of your broken promises. I'm scared that this is becoming our reality," I smiled, a wider, brighter, even more false smile than before, and said, "Yeah, everything's fine. Just tired. Long day at work." The relief that washed over his face was a slap. He instantly relaxed, the tension melting from his shoulders. He hadn't wanted a confrontation. He just wanted reassurance, and I, desperate to avoid the explosion that I felt brewing, gave it to him. That was the first time I knowingly, deliberately, lied to protect myself. To protect the tiny ember of hope that still flickered in my chest. I hate that I lied. I really, truly do. But I understand it now. That lie was a tiny shield, fashioned in a moment of raw instinct. It was a survival tactic, a way to buy myself some time, a fragile attempt to postpone the inevitable unraveling. It didn't fix anything, of course. The cracks were already too deep. But it was the beginning of something. The beginning of me realizing that my own heart needed protection, that I wasn't an endless resource, that my feelings mattered too. I spent so long trying to be the perfect wife, the understanding partner, the rock. I forgot that rocks can crumble under too much pressure. I forgot that I was allowed to have needs, to have boundaries. I forgot that my voice deserved to be heard, even if it trembled. I am learning to forgive myself for that lie. It wasn't born of malice, but of a desperate need to survive. It was a small act of self-preservation disguised as a kindness. Now I look at myself in the mirror and see a strength I didn't know I possessed. The rain outside has softened to a drizzle. The mug is almost empty, but the warmth lingers. I am healing. I am allowing myself to feel the pain, to acknowledge the truth. I am giving myself permission to be imperfect, to be vulnerable, to be human. I am learning to speak my truth, even when it's difficult, even when it risks confrontation, even when it means standing alone. The silence in this room is different now. It's not the heavy, suffocating silence of unspoken needs, but the peaceful quiet of self-acceptance. I close my eyes and breathe deeply. I am safe in this moment. I am enough. I trust the timing of my life. The sun peeks through the clouds, painting the room in soft, golden light. It's a new day, and I am ready to face it, armed not with lies, but with the quiet strength of a woman who has finally learned to protect her own heart.